Sometimes demons are forced to be created in a good, naive human being, and the story of this bullied girl resonates the same idea. This girl was bullied mercilessly, but the bullies were unaware that the girl they bullied will be hunted. Welcome back to Paramount Recaps. I don't have many subscribers, but your single comment is a ray of hope to motivate me. In the beginning, we meet a high school girl named Mai Kasai, who has recently moved to a village because of her father's job transfer. As she wakes up and looks out her bedroom window, she marvels at the village view, muttering that she never imagined living in such a place.
自分が田舎に住むなんて想像もしなかった。
She then gets ready for her first day at her new school, promising herself to be a disciplined, humble, and friendly student. In the classroom, a group of female students discuss a new student from Tokyo and plan to invite her into their circle. Meanwhile, a student named Shino Otajiri is called to the staff room. A teacher informs her about Mai's arrival and asks her to help Mai adjust since she also transferred from Tokyo.
行こう。失礼します。
Shino then shows Mai to their classroom, with Mai filming the school corridors as they walk. When they enter the classroom, Mai introduces herself politely to her new classmates and takes her seat. During a break, she sits alone while other students form groups. Realizing she needs to find friends soon, she pulls out a branded purse from her bag. Catching the attention of the dominant female group, they approach her, and the group's leader, Yuria, strikes up a conversation. Mai quickly warms up to them, making Yuria happy by complimenting her hair and name, even though she internally finds Yuria and her group to be foolish. Suddenly, Shino experiences breathing difficulties, drawing everyone's attention. Her friend Sakai rushes to help, managing to calm her down. When asked about the cause of her distress, Shino reveals that she is anxious because she is in the same class as Mai again. Shockingly, Shino confesses that Mai and her gang bullied her during junior high school. This revelation leaves the class stunned and changes their view of Mai. Shino quickly leaves the classroom, and a confused Mai follows her, seeking an explanation. When she catches up to her, Mai recognizes Shino as Kimura, a former junior high classmate who changed her name. Mai insists that the bullies were Chiharu and Shiori, not her. A flashback shows Shino being bullied by a group, with Mai merely watching. Shino is seeking revenge on Mai for this. Just then, Sakai arrives and Shino starts acting like a victim again. Sakai tells Mai to stay away from her friend. After this incident, the class ostracizes Mai. The next day, a member of Yuria's group, Shizuka, returns to school after recovering from an illness. She notices Mai, a new face, and is about to approach her when Yuria informs her about Mai's past bullying of Shino. Angered, Shizuka pours water on Mai and demands an apology to Shino. Humiliated, Mai leaves the classroom, accidentally hurting Shizuka's fingers by slamming the door. Shizuka cries out in pain, and Shino claims Mai did the same to her previously. The class shouts at Mai to leave. Later, the class resumes, but the students are busy talking about Mai. The next day, Mai finds trash under her desk. She cleans it up and discovers her notebook torn in the trash bin. She records the situation on her phone, then goes to Yuria's desk and tears her notebook in retaliation. Yuria confronts her, warning her not to touch her belongings. Mai responds that the same applies to her. During break time, Shino watches Mai closely and learns where she keeps her phone. When everyone leaves for lunch, Shino steals Mai's phone. The following morning, Mai apologizes to Shizuka for the previous day's incident, but Shizuka ignores her and enters the classroom. Later, Mai notices everyone watching a video of her. Shino has shared Mai's vlog from her phone to the class chat group. In the video, Mai vents her frustrations about her new life in the village and her bad experiences at the new school, making the students dislike her even more. During break time, Mai is eating lunch alone when a classmate named Minami Abe approaches her with an invitation to a cultural festival. As Minami leaves, Mai tries to befriend her, but Minami hesitates. Moments later, Shino taunts Mai for being unable to make friends. In the next scene, Mai is sitting on the bathroom floor in a disheveled state, having been bullied by Yuria and her gang again. Shino arrives, smiling at Mai's condition, but soon starts gasping for breath and rushes out to take medication. Shino suffers from neuropathy, and seeing Mai's state triggered her traumatic memories from junior high. As the students begin decorating the school for an upcoming event, their class teacher Midori supervises. Once the teacher leaves, Yuria and her gang paint Mai's face red. Panic, Mai rushes to the bathroom to clean up. Shino follows her and taunts her, saying this is just the beginning, and they plan to paint her arms red too. On the day of the festival, students are enjoying themselves. When Mai enters the classroom, Yuria and her gang bully her as usual. Mai ignores them and heads to her desk, only to find a pile of worms beneath her bag. Frustrated, Mai grabs Shizuka's puppet doll and throws it to the ground before storming out. She tries to leave the school, but is not allowed to until the festival ends. With no place to escape, Mai Kasai retreats to an empty room and locks herself inside. Meanwhile, Yuria and her group scour various classrooms in search of Mai. After taking a brief nap, Mai leaves the room, only to be met by Yuria's gang, who forcibly push her back inside and lock the door from the outside. Desperately, Mai knocks on the door, pleading to be let out, but the bullies ignore her cries and walk away. As time passes, Mai finds herself in urgent need of a bathroom, but there's no one to unlock the door. When the festival ends, Yuria and her gang return to unlock the door. Mai tries to run to the bathroom, but Yuria shoves her again, causing Mai to wet herself, creating an embarrassing scene. Yuria tries to mock her further, but another student, Chiho, shouts at the bullies, telling Yuria to stop. Enraged, Mai throws her soiled underwear against the wall, causing the group to leave. The incident with Mai's underwear quickly spreads throughout the school, becoming the talk of the day. At least she didn't soil her pants, someone jokes, prompting Shino Otajiri to burst into laughter in the bathroom. On the other hand, Mai decides to skip school that day. Instead, she meets with her old friends from her previous school and has a wonderful time with them. At the end of the day, one friend asks about her new school, and Mai admits things aren't going well. Her friend suggests she consider returning to her previous school, but Mai reassures her that she'll manage. That night, Mai decides to change her appearance by dyeing her hair. With her new look, she returns to school the next day, shocking everyone with her transformation. Yuria approaches to mock her, but this time, Mai retorts by criticizing Yuria's hairstyle, deeply hurting her feelings. In the afternoon, teacher Midori calls Yuria out of class to talk. She hands Yuria a note containing a complaint about bullying in the class. Yuria then confronts the class, demanding to know who reported her. Chiho, who filed the complaint, becomes nervous. Sensing her distress, Mai takes the blame, protecting Chiho from becoming the next target. Furious, Yuria pours black ink over Mai, leaving the entire class in shock. After school, as Mai walks home, Chiho approaches her to express gratitude for her earlier protection. Chiho admits she opposes bullying, but lacks the courage to stand against Yuria and her gang. She also reveals knowing Shizuka from junior high and insists she isn't as cold-hearted as Yuria. With this information, Mai devises a plan against Yuria and invites Chiho to discuss it over tea. The next day, using Chiho's phone, Mai texts Yuria, provoking her to gossip about Shizuka. Later, Mai asks Chiho to sabotage Yuria's phone so she can't alter the message. After class, Mai meets Shizuka and shows her the screenshots of Yuria's derogatory messages. Initially skeptical, Shizuka tries to contact Yuria but fails. Mai then persuades Shizuka to distance herself from Yuria, warning she might become the next bullying target. Terrified, Shizuka runs away. Soon after, Yuria hears a scream and rushes downstairs to find Shizuka injured on the ground. Rumors spread that Yuria was found near Shizuka and might have harmed her intentionally. Some girls question Yuria about the incident, but she remains silent. One day, Shino confronts Mai, telling her she will never change her hurtful ways, and proceeds to cut her wrist in front of Mai. Unbeknownst to Shino, Mai has been recording their conversation. The principal hears of the incident and confronts Midori about the bullying in her class. Midori responds that bullying is everywhere and students should deal with it themselves. That night, Mai reviews all the recordings she has secretly made of her interactions with Shino. She uploads the videos to a website and shares them with the entire school. The next day, when Shino enters the classroom, everyone stares at her in shock. Yuria is also stunned by the videos. She confronts Shino, asking if they are true, but Shino is speechless. This revelation makes Yuria realize Mai never bullied Shino. The entire class starts blaming Yuria for targeting the wrong person. Shortly after, Shino accuses Mai of ruining her life. Mai tells her not to blame others and to take control of her own life. In the final scene, Mai stands in front of the class to address everyone. She accuses the entire class of being the real bullies for not standing up against bullying and merely enjoying the spectacle. She declares she won't forgive anyone and curses them. After expressing her anger, she storms out, leaving the other students collapsing to the ground one by one. The moral of the story is that if everyone behaves poorly, no one is truly innocent.